Okay, so we left off with our last three examples at the bottom. So with the first one, I'm going to distribute. Look at my parentheses. I have x minus 8. And again, these are the first set, so they're on the left. And I'm going to distribute that number on the outside 2 by multiplying those on the inside. So I get 2x minus 16 plus 7 equals, and then I take a look at my parentheses on the right side. Cannot simplify inside, but there's a 3 on the outside that I need to distribute by using multiplication. That gives me 9x minus 12 plus 3. Now that I've distributed, I need to combine like terms. When I look on my left, I have 2x, negative 16, and 7. I need to combine the negative 16 and the 7. That gives me 2x minus 9 equals, and then I look at the right side, and I want to see what I can combine here. I have a negative 12 and a 3 that I can combine. I get 9x minus 9. I'm going to isolate the variable, so I am going to take the 2x and move it to the right by the inverse operation. So I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. That zeroes out on the left, leaving me negative 9. That's equal to 9 minus 2x, which is 7x. Bring down my negative 9. Now I need to further isolate my variable. I need to add 9 to both sides. That zeroes out on the right, and it actually zeroes out on the left too. But I need that number there because there's nothing left. If there's nothing left, then I need to write a 0. 0 equals 7x. Still need to further isolate my variable. I'm going to divide both sides by 7, and 0 divided by 7 is 0. So I do get a 0 for x, which is a perfectly acceptable solution. But it's not a special case. It's going to be the one solution because I was able to isolate the x variable and get a number. Okay, in the middle, I have a parenthesis. I can't simplify inside. I have that number 3 on the outside. That does mean to distribute. And that means to distribute using multiplication. So I get 3x minus 12 plus 2x equals 5x minus 9. I bring the rest of the equation down. Then I need to combine like terms. This time I have a 3x and a 2x that I can combine, and that leaves me with a 5x minus 12 equals 5x minus 9. I'm going to isolate my variable. I have a 5x on both sides. I'm going to move one of them by inverse operations and subtract 5x from both sides. That zeroes out on the left. It zeroes out on the right. That should be my indicator that I'm going to have a special case. My variables canceled out. Now, which one? I'm left with negative 12 equals negative 9. That's not equal. That's false. And if it's false, I know it's no solution. No number in this equation will work. So it's no solution. Okay, our last problem. I have two sets of parentheses. I'm going to work left to right. So 8x minus 12, I can't simplify on the inside, but it has a 3 on the outside that needs to be distributed by multiplication. That gives me 24x minus 36. Then I have my parentheses on the right. Cannot simplify inside. It has a 6 on the outside. That means I need to distribute 6 by multiplication. That gives me 24x minus 30. And then I bring down my negative 6. I need to combine like terms. If I look on the left, I do not have any terms that can combine. I'm going to rewrite it. 24x minus 36. If I look on my right, I have a negative 30 and a negative 6 that can be combined. My 24x term will just be rewritten, 24x, and then negative 30 minus 6 is negative 36. I'm going to isolate the variable. I have a 24x, so I'm going to inverse operate by subtraction and subtract 24x from both sides. That zeroes out on the left and zeroes out on the right, so that tells me I have a special case. I'm left with negative 36 equals negative 36. Now this is true. Negative 36 is equal to negative 36. That tells me I have infinitely many solutions. I have an infinite number of solutions, and I could pick any x and it would work. Okay, now it's your turn to practice.